Hey lovelies, it's Ebony and I'm back with another video for you. For this mask, I'm going to use 2 small avocados. I used 2 since they were so little. Then I'm going to use some extra virgin olive oil, as well as some organic raw honey. As you can see, I love Costco. Then I'm going to grab apple cider vinegar. Make sure you get the kind with the mother. It has all the nutrients. Then I'm going to use 3 essential oils: tea tree, rosemary, and lavender. And now it's time to add all the ingredients to the blender. I'm using avocado as the base of this mask because of all the crazy benefits it has. Not only does it help to define your hair and make it really shiny, it strengthens the hair and moisturizes it, fights hair loss, and it's just overall good for the scalp. Now I'm adding a ½ cup of olive oil. Big mistake. Olive oil is great for your hair, but you shouldn't start with ½ cup. That's way too much. I should have started with just a ¼ cup of oil and then added a little bit more if I needed to. When you have low porosity hair, you have to be careful of overloading your hair with too much oil, and you'll see exactly what I'm talking about later in this video. Now I'm adding about a ¼ cup of honey, and honey is really important because not only is it a humectant, which just means it helps to draw in moisture from the environment around you, it helps smooth the hair cuticle, and it adds shine and softness. Now I'm adding a ¼ cup of apple cider vinegar, which is going to help balance the pH levels of my hair and scalp, smooth the hair cuticle, which will help with detangling. And for the essential oils, I put about 10 drops of each in the mixture. You can put more, you can put less. I just thought that would be a good amount, and I wanted to keep everything nice and even. Now I decided to use these 3 specific essential oils because they all help with hair growth. I know that's really important to a lot of people watching my videos, and it's important to me as well. I know someone is watching probably thinking, your hair is so long, why do you care about your hair growing right now? I'm always concerned with that because hair falls out, it starts to thin, and you always want to be on the proactive side of taking care of your hair. You don't want to have to fight the issue when it's too late. And these oils also help to fight dandruff and dry scalp. That is something that I'm always struggling with, no matter if my hair is curly or straight. Now as I'm blending it, you can see that I put too much oil in this mixture, mostly because of how it's separating. So I had to blend it for a pretty long time for everything to finally start to smooth out and come together. And FYI, I had no idea my blender was this dirty until I put it under this lighting. But I was so pressed for this lighting that I was rushing around trying to hurry up and get this done before the sun moved. And thank God I did, because literally as soon as I was finished, the sun moved and it was over. Now even with all the oil in this mixture, it still came out pretty smooth and thick. I thought it was going to still be kind of separating, but it all came together just fine. So if your hair loves olive oil, you might want to just use this recipe as is. Now before I add the mask, of course, I'm going to go ahead and wash my filthy, dirty hair. I think it's been about a month since I last washed it. And every time I go back to curly from straight, I always look for that moment in the shower where I start to see my curls return, and it's just such a good feeling. And by the way, I always try to use like lukewarm water, not too hot. Don't want to dry my scalp out or frizz my hair. Now for shampoo, I'm going to be using the Girl in Hair Cleansing Shampoo. I had just a little bit of this left, so I used the last of it in this video. This is one of my favorite shampoos because I love the application tip. I can get the product right to my scalp, and it starts to foam up and really activate quickly. I love that about shampoos. I don't want to have to work my arms to death. Now once I ran out, I had to use the Cream of Nature Aloe and Black Castor Oil shampoo. This shampoo has menthol in it. It really makes my hair feel so refreshed and just easy breezy. It was so itchy from the dryness. I love this shampoo. And then I took that detangler brush and really got in there. Oh, it felt so good, y'all. It felt so good. And this shampoo activates quickly as well. Now if you notice, I am focusing all my efforts on my scalp. I don't like to rub the shampoo down the length of my hair because I don't feel it's necessary. All the dirt and oil and grime is concentrated at the scalp. Now when I rinse the shampoo out, everything runs down the length of my hair, and that is enough to clean the strands. You don't want to do too much rubbing and moving around because the friction of all of that will cause your cuticle to open up, make everything frizzy and hard to detangle. Okay, now it's finally time to add the mask to my hair. And this was done in no particular way. I just wanted to make sure that my hair was nice and coated, always moving in a downward motion to prevent frizziness and friction and all that stuff we don't want. And I made sure to apply it directly to my scalp. There's a lot of benefits in all of these ingredients, and I wanted my scalp to get full advantage of each and every one. And after experiencing so much dryness and dandruff, it felt good going right onto my scalp. So this was kind of like a little, self-care massage, not massage, like a spa thing. Whatever, it felt good. The cool thing to me about masks that have avocado in it is that I can always begin to see my curls define before I even rinse everything out and style my hair. And my hair gets so shiny right away. I mean, I know there's other oils and things in here, but I really feel like the avocado makes a huge difference. Now, if you decide to do this mask, you have a few options as far as how to make it penetrate your hair even more. You can sit under a steamer, you can put a plastic cap over it and sit under a hooded dryer. You could just put a plastic cap over your hair and walk around your house for a few hours. I'm not sure about the overnight thing. I don't think it would be an issue, but I just don't like to sleep with a lot of goop in my hair. It feels weird and cold and uncomfortable. But I decided to put everything under a plastic bag and just go outside and sit in the sun for a while. I didn't feel like sitting under a steamer or putting on that bonnet dryer. I just wanted to take advantage of the hot weather and take a break and eat some snacks for a while and just sit out back and let the sun do its thing. I feel like it's the same effect as steaming my hair, just with a bag over it. So I did that for about, I would say, a half an hour. I was sweating like crazy, but it did the job. Now when my steam session was over, I got right back in the shower to rinse everything out of my hair. And this took a long time because I wanted to just let the water run through my hair until the water ran clear. And because I had so much oil in that deep conditioner, it just kept feeling like there was more mask left over in my hair. Y'all, I'm not joking when I say please be careful with that olive oil. Like, my hair looks so good and so shiny and so defined, but at the end of the day, all that oil just created problems for me when I was styling my wash and go. Because of my low porosity hair, it's very hard for my strands to try to absorb all that excess oil, especially when olive oil is not really the kind of oil that penetrates your hair easily anyway. And you can see that by those water droplets on top of my hair. That's the water and the oil literally like separating from themselves and making it hard to rinse out. So I took a little bit more of that Cream of Nature shampoo to try to get that excess oil out without doing too much backtracking as far as the progress that I made with the mask. I just wish I would have known I had all that oil sitting on top of my head, because it definitely got in the way later. Now moving on to my wash and go. This was quite a struggle, I must say. I had a lot of oil still in my hair, and like I said before, I didn't know that I had all that oil sitting on top of my head until just now as I'm editing this video, because I couldn't see it before. But anyway, everything turned out okay. Like, you can see that I have really defined curls. I just had a lot of frizz like at the crown of my head, but it all came together really cute. I definitely recommend this mask just at half the amount of olive oil that I put in. And I can't wait to try this again. I'm going to tweak it and make it perfect. But before I go, I want to remind you guys that Lex and I will be going live on my YouTube channel tomorrow, Saturday, July 25th at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We have been having so much fun, so we are looking forward to seeing each and every one of you. Oh, and if you haven't done so already, make sure you send your question, anonymous or not, we don't care. Just send it to ebony@ebonyscurlytv.com. But in the meantime, if you enjoyed this video, give it a big thumbs up, share this video, subscribe to my channel if you haven't already done so. Remember to speak your greatness, and as always, thanks for watching.